biggest day in US soccer, without a doubt.
Eddie Pope heads it home at the top of the six. Ruiz is in. Ruiz, that's it.
And the trophy belongs to Kansas City Galaxy. First to 5.
What a stop from Fry.
It's that time of year, Ale.
Yes,
MLS
it is.
Playoffs coming.
Uh-huh.
You know what else is coming?
What else?
Some MLS awards. Now, we don't actually get to hand them out.
No, we don't.
But we need your choices.
Okay.
We got to see who you're putting in that ballot box. Let's start with the MVP finalists. I wonder if you agree with me here. This has got to be the best MVP finalist group we've ever had, right?
Well, it's not like I have a whole list of these things in front of me, but I can tell you that this is impressive. It's impressive in the production, it's impressive in the goals, in the assists, the performances, individual performances across the board by Zlatan, by Josef Martinez, by Carlos Vela. They all three of them have had an MVP season. However, only one can win it.
So, who you got?
You know it and you love it. Carlos Vela.
Yes!
Well,
Just for the record, you picked a Mexican player over a Venezuelan. Thank you. Right to my heart.
That is to my credit because I can be objective and not biased.
What does that mean?
And Carlos Vela is deserving. The guy is breaking records left and right and scoring goals and is creating chances. And every time that he touches the ball, LAFC seems to be dangerous. Everything in the attack goes through him. And everybody knows, whether you're an LAFC player or another player from a different team, that he's going to do something and you can't stop him. Once you reach that level that he has reached here in Major League Soccer, then I have no other choice but to say, man, he's been good. He's dominant. He deserves whatever he gets. Certainly the most valuable player.
34 goals, 15 assists. Hard to argue against him for MVP. Could you say it's the best single season ever in MLS history? You go that far?
What is it with you? I gave your boy love. I gave him love. And now you want the best ever. The best.
Give me an inch, I'll take a mile.
Individually, he has been outstanding. And he has broken offensive records. So if you want to hang on to that, and if that makes a difference to you, and that means that you're going to sleep a little better tonight, then yes, he's the best ever.
All right, let's get to Coach of the Year. I think this one might be a little bit harder to pick. Bob Bradley, of course, of LAFC, got the Supporter Shield. He's on the list, as is Jim Curtin, Philadelphia Union finishing third in the East. And then Dominic Torrent, really interesting with New York City. They win the Eastern Conference regular season. Remember, they started off horribly when he took over last year. Who are you giving it to, Ale?
And there was a time where people were saying, we don't think that Torrent is the right fit for NYCFC. We don't quite know what he's doing. He doesn't seem to be adjusting to MLS. He's done just fine. Jim Curtin has been excellent for the Philadelphia Union and really a surprising team. As not only that they finished where they finished, but the fact that they've been up there throughout the whole course of the season. And you would have thought, man, there would have been a letdown at some point, and there wasn't. So what Jim Curtin has done, impressive, but not as impressive as what LAFC and Bob Bradley have done.
Right.
There is a culture about this team. There is an identity about this team. There is a confidence about this group. And all of that comes from the very top, and it really filters down. And you see it from Bob Bradley. He communicates in the way that his players understand what he wants from them out on the field, and they're able to translate that into results. Bob Bradley and LAFC, impressive.
Yeah, they win the Supporters Shield, 8 points clear of anybody else. All right, so let's look at some of the playoff matchups then that'll be coming up this weekend. In the Eastern Conference, you got Atlanta, New England, DC, Toronto, Philadelphia, and the New York Red Bulls. Out west, you got Seattle, FC Dallas, Minnesota, and the LA Galaxy. That one in Minnesota. And then RSL and Portland. Real Salt Lake, Portland, Ale, is the game that you're going to be calling. This one is one of a few games that is like this for me this weekend where I don't really know who the favorite is. Who do you think the favorite is in this match?
I don't think there is a favorite because you can make a case for both of these teams having had very topsy-turvy seasons. Nothing about Portland Timbers or Real Salt Lake throughout the course of the season has been smooth. You think about the Portland Timbers and what they've gone through in terms of playing a bunch of road games to begin the season. And then you got the Brian Fernandez situation. And then you have the supporters situation. And then that sort of fight going on with the ownership and with Major League Soccer about the signs out in the stadium. Then you have Diego Valeri in the contract situation. And then you have Merritt Paulson who's getting fined for saying this, that, and the other to referees. So, and among all of that, you have a team that was really struggling to get points when it counted late in the season, but they're in the dance, so they have a chance. You say, well, Real Salt Lake would be better than this. Well, Real Salt Lake, their coach was fired in the middle of the season, and there is a lawsuit going on, and the GM was fired as well. And in that lawsuit that came out, the ownership doesn't look all that great either. And between all of this, somehow, Freddy Juarez and his squad, they found a way to get a couple results late in the season, and they find themselves having a home game because everybody else was crumbling in the Western Conference. And so you can make an argument for both teams, and then you can make an argument for experience, maybe for Portland Timbers, but you can make an argument for momentum for Real Salt Lake. It's going to be a really, really tight match, and we're just going to have to watch.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.